Oh, and we're there. Hi. So, now that I'm live again, I was like, hey, go watch my YouTube. Nobody seemed to have cared. If so, they did not subscribe. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. This is called Goblin Takeover. So, Goblin Takeover. Why have I called it Goblin Takeover? Because I'm going to try I'm going to try to tell you about the goblins. In Titan's Reign. And by that I mean I'm going to tell you about Titan's Reign. Particular pieces of the lore. That's right. We're going to have a lore time. Because I'm very alluring. This is what we would call a what's the word I'm looking for there? Prototype film. It's a prototype, see. So, goblins. Where do goblins come from? To ask yourself that, first, you have to define which set of goblins we're talking about here. For example, the true goblins, those from the Ethra or the Umbra sides, those who still retain their long lives and infinite posterity, promiscuity, mayhaps. Goblins. What a lovely group of creatures. The original goblins, some say, come from pixies. Pixies undergo a metamorphosis once they get more powerful. But I happen to know that one can create goblins by simply taking a pixie's token and removing them from it for a year. After a year's time, what you have in your place is a goblin. Now, goblins should be defined as such creatures that are tied either to the Ethera or the Umbra. Like all Fae, goblins feed off the in order to emotions of mortals in order to fuel their magical energies. However, goblins also have one other very particularly nasty trait. Goblins can mate with anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything can be inseminated by a goblin. And a goblin female can be impregnated by any creature. Because of this, they often are used in insane biomantic experiments, used for breeding purposes of all nefarious kinds. I mean, all the horrible things you can do to the poor little bastards. I probably shouldn't go into it, wouldn't want anyone getting any ideas. But they were just, you almost feel bad for them. And then you turn around and realize they sign on for this. In many cases, they are the very natural embodiment of the urge to procreate. Being a creature that can create and recreate any creature, well, they truly are an amazing species, an amazing species. However, the goblins that most people are more familiar with, usually using the same terminology, though amongst themselves they do tend to shorten it to gob, and the overarching Etherian or Umbran, I suppose it would be. Goblins tend to not like the lesser more goblins to be called goblins. They get quite angry in some cases, and sometimes they do horrible things to your body. And we don't need to really go into that now, do we? Mortal goblins from here on called Gob to avoid any further incidents. The Gobs are goblin kind that have been left over into the universal or overworld or the universal realm, where, mortals, the mortal realm. They're for over a year. They always originate on the side of light, usually, though some dark gobs do exist. Usually it is the light gobs that end up trapped for a year on this side. That may or may not be because dark gobs usually end up with death when found by their others. There really was nothing I could do, I swear. Oh, where was I? Yes, gobs. I suppose I should try to get my bearings. Gobs, of course, can come in many varieties as well. I've met the newly stranded, those who were born, those who became gobs. It is quite sad. It truly is. To watch them try to swagger, I suppose. Try to swagger. Goblins. In case you're forgetting the subject. So, These notifications are getting ridiculous. More goblin lore. Goblins, being able to mate with anything, have a lot of unnatural features, a lot of strange features. Many of them have developed features over time from various other creatures. However, no matter how little or how much the gob blood within, the gob blood is within. It's an old goblin saying. Gobs accept each other for the most part as gobs. That being said, amongst any society where there is a division of any kind, there are going to be those who do not like a particular kind, of another kind, of another kind. Because people suck. And by people, I mean all of us. Gobs, humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, quite well, I'm told. Trolls, I think we can all agree, trolls really suck. I mean, they'll eat your damn arms. What the hell is up with that? And one would be forgiven for mistaking a troll for being part of the goblin family. They're actually not. They are their own distinct species, descended from elves. Do believe the subject at hand was not trolls, however. It was goblins. Vicious little brats. Not actually, not all of them, but some of them. The elven kingdoms are quite fond of their goblin chefs. Don't know what we'd do without them. Wonderful creations they are. Now, as for the matter of their creation and how they came to be, it is simply known that along hereditary lines that goblins, gobs, some amongst the goblins, they are known as the royal goblins. Goblin kings, goblin queens, princes, etc., have the ability to smell and cook extremely well. And that passed into goblins as well, and these gobs are called chefs. The gob chef is quite revered in his society, um, always given the best foods and articles to prepare, which he shares with his immediate lord or whatever visiting system they have at the time. They can have as many political systems as, say, humans or humans. Either way, gobs are, yes, quite fond of gob chefs. Yes, maybe I should, yes, I should get him in here to, speak. Yes. Well, it's live. I can't be in character all the time. Come on now. Fortunately, I've got to, flip the ears around. Be a goblin. That's how that works. These may be the wrong ears. They feel like it. See? Goblin ears. Yay! Hmm. So I need makeup department. I mean, can you imagine how good this shit would be with, a better costume? Rather than just me flipping a pair of ears around? Wouldn't that be fun, eh? Uh, and here, yes. One day I'm going to do something with these live videos, right? Nobody goes and watches them now. But, get to see part of the creation process if you want to, I suppose. Bugman tell me that I need to come in here in front of this here magic tank and speak about what it's like to be a gob. So, I guess I'm gonna tell you what it's like to be a gob. Now, I am a goblin chef. As so, I am given a place in God's society that is above and beyond that of other gods. And I am not blind to this fact. I do not care. I was lucky enough to be born as I am. And as such, I was quite happy in my life. But gob chefs take many an oath, and we are bound by our goblin blood to these oaths. These oaths are forced upon us by our families when we are very young, but we are bound to them all the same. We must surrender if our boss is overthrown. In the event of a fight, we may defend ourselves only if our lives are in danger. We will not raise a weapon to defend our masters, our bosses, or whatever the hell we want to call you, or whatever you told us to call you. We will cook your food and make sure that you are well fed. It will be the most delicious food you have ever tasted. It will be damn fine food. For there is no greater pleasure in a goblin chef's life than to feel the warmth and affection of a well receive mail. And that is our blessing. And that is our curse. Ears off. Gotta put my ears back on. Oh, oh my. Putting on the ears. Putting on the ears. Looking really weird. Putting on my ears. I need better aesthetics. Or is it prosthetics? Wardrobe. I just can't work like this. I just cannot work like this. Oh, very well if I must. I swear. So beneath me. Well, looks like I'm getting Steve on them now, huh? Oh, take five, everybody. Apparently. Motherfuckers gotta go light his pipe up. Can you go where we may go? And everybody sits eating at the bread. Then there's the man, and then there's working at the bread. This is how I spend my days off. Don't know if it's doing me any good whatsoever. For the record, the time is 4:25. I missed it. It's fine. I don't care. Today is belting, and I will do whatever I want to do. I'll grow some potatoes and then build us castles, and then I'll eat some cake if I want to. Gotta advertise my YouTube channel, man. I don't know. I don't get many views, but that's okay. As we were. Yes, yes. Told him not to touch the dulcimer. Anyways, for prosperity and all that. Quite fascinating creatures to call. Now, I suppose one should first acknowledge the Gelf, as it is, after all, still an elf. Indeed, and all that. That being said, something about the mixture of a elven blood and goblin blood seems to have a strange effect of creating a magical creature that, well, most of us can't really explain. Overwhelmingly, these seem to be female. The males seem to be well endowed, considering the species that they come from, as are the females of the yes. For whatever reason, the magical effects that they seem to acquire do not seem to develop until well into their hundreds, um, and has a strange, to say the least, condition. They do not gain their magical powers in the event of females until they have lost their virtue. Sometimes this is done in great rituals around the age of 150. Sometimes it is done quite privately in one's own home without a witness, so to speak. And other times people are suckered into doing it for them in highly taxing yet enjoyable rituals. And that's just the way of it. Like their counterparts, gelves can mate with any species. Their mating creates what has become known as a goblin witch. Very uncomfortable subject. Yes, yes. But one must tackle these things to be thorough in one's research. Indeed. Another break. Why? Because I want one. It's built in, and I'll do what I want. Relax where one can with the Beltane jam. It's Mayday. I'm allowed to find things funny. It's supposed to be a goblin takeover. So I suppose I should continue with goblin lore as I remember things and go into characters like that. Oh, what more can be said about them? I suppose one should move on to one's personal interactions with goblins. True goblin interactions, I've had only one, and he was most unkind, to say the least. I dare not speak the creature's name, lest it catch wind of it, so to speak, and yes. As for gobs, I've met many a different type. In my travels, there are those across the galaxies that are quite revered amongst other spacefaring societies. Those who travel the stars are, well, they seem to have found a kind of peace within their societies by the time they've reached such lofty heights of science and magic. I would say they took to space quite well, unlike my own species, which I suppose prefers to remain in the lands of our birth, which is something that we have always truly done. But I suppose after being kicked out of every land they've ever inhabited, gobs eventually find a kind of freedom out there that they never knew before as a species. Hmm. As for those at the other end of the science spectrum, those who, for whatever reason, were thrust out into the world before even their Fey counterparts had achieved any kind of true civilization, they are a, well, as one would expect, a feral lot. They tend to congr- congregate in large swarms, much akin to motes. I have only ever once seen the inside of a feral goblin hole, and if I ever dare peek again, to ever see such a mass of crawling creatures, where when one smothered, the others eat it to survive. It is as if one were to. It's just a horrible, horrible damn thing, you know? Something horrifyingly beyond description. Goblin stacked upon goblin stacked upon goblin. Food trickling down from wherever the tendrils reach out. Not really one, but not really separate. If one catches their eye, They all seem to move in unison, all coming at you, ready to devour like a school of sharks. Use fire. I recommend fire. Lots of it. Burn it with fire. Nothing else you can really do about it. They won't stop unless you can get away before which is they're very quick. So fast. Burn it with fire. Get the hell out of there and burn it with fire. He fell off. Help, I lost my damn ears. I done lost my ears. Big. Oh, guest beyond guest, put on magic to the test. Do not get me wrong. I do not mind what the elf is trying to do. Define a species that is undefinable by nature. Those of us from a higher caste of society have worked oh so hard to determine what information you humans should have and what information you shouldn't. All the better to entice you to come and speak with one of us so we may better get to know one another. You see, we do so enjoy your visits to our realm from time to time, and we do encourage you to visit. We may have something you'd like. We may have deals to be made. And those those deals can be lucrative on both arms. I mean, after all, if you need someone to go away, never be seen on your light of day, who better to call than one of my kind? You can be assured they'll be well taken care of, that we will see that they are happy and accommodated in everything that we do. We'll give them a kind of life they never knew. We don't care if they're crazy, a bother, or insane. We'll take all your unwanted away. Hmm? Could have sworn I heard music. Hello? Is anyone there? Hmm. Hmm. It does have its uses. Well, that was kind of fun. Then you'll have to edit all this shit, though. And that's really what's fucking bothering me. I need an editor. Oh, a video editor. I already have another editor. I have a book editor person. I need a video editor person. See, these things never get seen during. And I don't even know if they get seen after. But eventually, I'll host a Ask Me About My Goblins. Then I'll tell you things about them. Really got to get things ready for Titan's reign. Really got to get things ready. Ah, so just me this time, eh? What more can I say about goblins? Goblins come from the Fae. That's where they're from. The fairies, the Fae side of things, the other world. If you want to know more about the other world, well, I suppose I should say if you want to know more about the version of it I'm claiming to have seen, the version of it I'm claiming to have created, the version of it we should all become very familiar with very soon. Then keep up to date with Titan's reign and all that it is doing. And our diligent team will continue to work on it. And when it's ready, you will be the first to know if you like and subscribe and all that. Because that's what we need right now, man. I need you to like me, really like me, and subscribe. Because otherwise, I mean, you know, I've got to get the follower thing up or something about algorithms. I don't know. But here I am. I'm acting my parts out and all that, trying to get the word out. Be groovy and somebody edit this shit for me. Oh, until I can get to it. Now, I know I have to get a computer to do this shit now. I've taught myself so many great and wonderful things over these course of these years. Surely I can teach myself how to edit a video if I don't have to do it on a bloody tablet, right? We'll find out. I need more tea. And yeah, that's that. That's about goblins, I guess, yeah. Ciao. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Laters.